Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Kingston, and today we have another NTW3 battle. I do apologize for being a couple days since I uploaded last. Life has been a little complicated, to say the least, when it comes to trying to record. I've been working full time, obviously, but I am back, and this battle was emailed me. I will get the name at the end of the replay, so I apologize. But this is a 4v4, obviously, and it is going to be Iran and Denmark being the 8-pointers. You have an 11-point France and a 10-point Spain, France. And they're taking on a 9-point UK, an 8-point Egyptian UK, I believe, not 9-point Sweden, and 10-point Russia. So, as you can see, this battle already starting as Iran is coming face to face with the UK. UK rolling up with their lion infantry, so they are the perfect faction with the sappers and all. They're the perfect faction, take on tons of cav, which is exactly what they're doing. They can form so many squares, it is unreal. Now you can see on the mini map here a lot of infantry converging on this one location. I mean, on this crossroads you have the French, and you have some cav over here, but the French and Iran, other French, everyone basically converging in this one location. Even Denmark, they are all taking this road. So the UK are going to have their work cut out for them. Thankfully, they have Sweden right behind them, which kind of reinforce their position. You can see a lot of cav. They got hussars, the life hussars, dragoons, some howitzers sitting in the back, so they'll have to be protecting them with their cav, of course. Other UK is going to have to take this road, so this, I'm expecting a lot of blood to be shed on this road, in this town, in this crossroads, because it is, a focal point. As you can see, the points, there's a 3-point here. The French alliance is taking a 3-point over here already. It's going to be interesting, guys. Ooh, we have some Highlanders. Cameron, the foot Camerons. And they are going to be setting up in a double-stacked line. Looks like we have some grasshoppers, maybe that were running towards the LOC. I decided that was the biggest nope they've ever seen, as there's a bunch of cav that would charge them as soon as they went for it. I am missing a cav charge over here. Some Chasseurs Cheval took on some Gusari. And Russia has definitely taken that fight. Russia advancing through the mud. They have dragoons over here. And France is going to have to be facing them off. 11-point France. Let's say Carabiniers, Dragoons, Cuirassiers, and more Dragoons. So 11-point France definitely bringing heavier cav. They can take the Russians. Which is exactly why it's so well placed. Now over here, you can see the UK trying to advance here, but they may, they may get pushed out just because of the masses of cav here. They're doing a cav charge here, light dragoons, taking out Iran's Swaran, or whatever it is, but they instantly break them. So France and Iran still being very aggressive over here, and the UK falling back. So Iran actually managed to get this LOC now, and you can see that artillery and infantry are forcing the UK to fall back into this choke point. They have artillery placed in an excellent position, getting some really good suppressing fire. Maybe going for a general here, Arthur Wellesley. Either way, it looks like the French are being very aggressive here. We do have Sweden moving over infantry here. And the French definitely have asserted themselves in LOCs. They have taken the LOCs they need, and now they are going to have to sit back and wait. Yeah, if I could stop yawning for 1 second. Like, I know it's early in the morning, but good grief. Caffeine doesn't hit immediately, so we have the UK um, let's see, what do they have here? Because this is, of course, the Egyptian faction. Dang, looking pretty good here. Converged light infantry, or chasseurs, whatever they are. Bombay natives, Maltese pioneers, I see. Some more Bombay native infantry. We do have skirmishers for Iran, shooting through the trees here. UK trying to maybe form up and get some returning fire on them. It's gonna be tough maneuvering the trees. And actually they may be falling back here. As now the French are going to be the ones advancing, giving the support. Look at this blue. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the UK better, but still looks pretty cool. It still looks pretty cool. So they're going to be advancing, and there's definitely going to be a fight here in this Crossroads. Now we do have artillery, horse artillery setting up in this gap. I always caution this setup just because it usually gets charged by enemy cav, and if you're in the front lines, you can't really move them as well. It is horse artillery though. And we do have some rangers here, inching up, maybe supported by some cavalry here. Lowenstein rifles. Let's see if they get a shot off there. They're gonna pop a shot off on the Iran cav, maybe killed one. Everybody's still kind of forming up here, which is like half the battle. The UK are on the left flank, so France obviously is going to send over their Spain, France to meet them. 11-point France is taking on the center here, and it looks like Denmark and the rest of 11-point France is going to be holding against Russia. Now, I don't know if Russia is going to isolate or if they're going to join their allies. It will work out in the French or in the French favor if the Russians stay by themselves. And we do have a cav charge here. I'm going for some Voltigeurs. Very excellent target. I'm easily gonna dice them, chop them to pieces with these Swedish dragoons. More Voltigeurs trying to run away. It looks like they don't really have cav holding this flank here. So that's a problem. Very apparent problem. Horse artillery looks like they're very close, and they are pumping in artillery rounds at close range. That is going to be fatal. It's not just going to knock guys down, it's going to kill a lot more than not. And you don't want them focusing on your Highlanders. That's a really good unit, very good melee. Not advised, but they of course can't really advance. I mean, they could advance, but they should wait for their ally, if anything, and their ally's still setting up here. Just look, those dragoons got out of there after possibly killing some of these Voltigeurs. I do believe we have some skirmishers. Some like Swedes in the woods here. You just can't see them, but they are in the woods shooting. It's kind of a hard target. It's like a very hard target to shoot. And this is why you don't leave artillery right on the woods. Or right in your line and right on a road. Because cav have such a quick attack. Now they may get him away just because of the square and because the UK cav is so small. They may be able to save him this time. But now this, what is it, an 8-pounder is stuck right here. They cannot limber back up. Hopefully they're gonna just have to hold this LC at this point. But looks like the Egyptians are actually gonna move over to the center here. It looks like they're just gonna maybe fight in the woods. I'm not sure if that is their plan. Not a bad idea. It's harder for them to see what's happening, but Iran is making a push on the left. Very hard push. I think they're discovering that the Swedish are also here. And the UK are setting up now. But these skirmishers got a volley at close range here. It seems to be a battle of skirmishers right now. As these guys are probably going to get a volley off any second now. So we'll see how this fight goes. Here, the UK once again going in. Once again going in. This time I think that this cannon is going to die. Yeah, they're going to die. So they did kill the cannon. That is a victory for them. Their men have been saved. I would take that any day. Now in the forest, you can see the fighting. Iran is pushing out, so Egypt is going to have to push here, but France is going to be pushing on their flank, so Egypt's in a bad place, or Egyptian UK is in a bad place. I would swing into the woods first and try holding that flank. Over here, Russia is just starting to form up here, and Denmark is going to be holding against them here. You can see they're bringing all their infantry. Their plan, I think, is to encircle the Russians. So this could go very well for the French alliance. We do have, looks like Sweden pushing up. Denmark actually is over here as well, holding. So they are doing both sides some very long lines here. We do have more 11-point France maybe pushing for the Swedish and UK. They're kind of circling this grove or these trees here. We do have artillery, I do believe, from the UK set up in an excellent position here. Some 12-pounders, so 2 sets of 12-pounders, very expensive artillery, but obviously going to do very well here. They don't have as fast of reloading, but they are going to be able to punch them from long range here. And they have some spikes set up too. So the UK seem content to kind of shoot them and let the French come to them, being more defensive. So looks like Sweden and UK are going to be taking on this fight. We do have a flanking force sitting right here. I'm assuming that's the UK. I'm sorry guys, I'm having to zoom in order to actually see what's happening here. I think Iran is going to have some problems here. Just because they don't see everyone shooting at them, and the trees are giving the UK and their allies a strong defensive position. Over here, actually, looks like Sweden is actually having some problems with some of their infantry. This is land war equivalent, basically. And it is not doing well against some regular volleys from much better quality Swedish infantry. Look at these guys' hats. I mean, man, that's got to be so much weight. Now, they do have even more reserves here, so they are not separating themselves totally from Russia. Russia, in fact, could move over more and join with their allies so they don't get outnumbered. But I like this attack that Sweden has going on. They've also broken some line infantry here. And Sweden looks like they're actually surrounding the French. The French may be spreading themselves out a little bit too much here. I mean, they are in the woods here, and they are pushing. But you can see, guys, they are going up against some skirmishers who have a really good defensive position. And they are not taking as many losses as the French have been taking. Uh-oh. We do have UK Cav hovering in the back lines, can go for some artillery here. Iran is pushing up, and so is France still. France needs to get very aggressive with their cav, which they are doing. And they're taking on the Mamelukes and Dragoons. And so we have some infantry going over to help out in that fight as well. I do hear some cav. Air bayonet charge. There we go. So some Grenadiers So they charged these grasshoppers and broke them, but some cav hit them as well. So this is going to be kind of difficult to see what is happening. Yeah, this is going to be very difficult to see. So I'm like I said, guys, I'm going to try the best I can, but my goodness, it's all in the trees. Iran's still pushing up here. We do have some skirmishers still holding against them. Actually, Iran doesn't have a lot of resistance in the trees, but it's kind of hard for them to see it. The UK are forming up for a coordinated cav infantry fight, is what I'm assuming. Denmark is having some huge problems here. You can see that Sweden has pushed up and is just setting up spikes and stakes everywhere. They're going for this village. Looks like. Also, looks like Denmark pushed up on the flank. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch every side of this battle. Denmark pushed up using this village to melee some line infantry, but Russia has some grenadiers coming in to join the fight. Some fresh troops and more troops now forming up on their flank. And this battle looks like it's going to be now starting up on this side. Oh, don't charge your guys in the back. At the same time, Denmark is maybe a little busy here, and they are not noticing that their cav is their artillery is getting charged by their cav. Wait, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? Oh, please. You've got the drop on them. What is happening here? Oh my god. Okay, there we go. So this fight is kind of raging around. It looks like the UK are actually starting to cave against this coordinated Iran and French assault here. Over here, it looks like the UK are just reforming here. They do not want to take on this fight of the cav infantry unless they have to. They just got to buy time because it kind of looks like the Swedes are winning over here. Granted, they do have some infantry going in, getting charged here, and they're going to be forming square. But they did lose some infantry here. But they are going for the LOC possibly here. At the same time, they are breaking Denmark. Denmark is in 2 places at once, even 3. They are kind of over here and over here. Now, I do not know who's going to win this. Russia may have masses, but their quality is not as good. So we'll have to keep checking in and see how that goes. We do have a lot of French cav pushing here along with the infantry, so they're going to bayonet charge these squares and make them almost obsolete here. We do have some dragoons now attacking these carabineers, so this may have been a not well timed French cav push. You can see that the French cav is breaking because of this square, and these dragoons just well-placed charge to shatter their morale. Over here, it kind of looks like the UK are actually starting to fall back here against a very organized French and Iran attack. But they are not breaking, guys. Not breaking yet. Artillery did have to reposition. That's gonna be a problem. And the French cav, Iran, is actually going all the way around. So the problem for them being, gosh, there's so much happening here. So this fight is still going on. I do believe maybe there's a cav charge right over here. Yeah. By Iran. Iran did a bayonet charge as well, or France did a bayonet charge with their grenadiers. The Swiss grenadiers here
our men are running,
taking on the Bombay native infantry. But actually, their morale is doing terrible. They are wavering. So France is not following up their infantry charge very well. Now they are attacking with some line infantry here. Maybe they're going to follow it up and coordinate it with their cav, because they need to coordinate with cav infantry or else this is going to go useless. Okay, so the Swedish infantry took the LOC from Denmark. Sweden's Russia is winning with some cav and infantry fighting going on here. Just pushing back Denmark. This is actually looking very bad for the French alliance right now. The Swedish pushing on the flank here. France actually starting to run out of steam here. And over here, they have broken the Grenadiers. We do have Cav now rushing in here. Going against this mass, the flank for the UK. This is when I would say the Russian or the French need to attack, which is exactly what they're doing. Pushing up, get their infantry. Your infantry a lot closer. Your morale for 10-point Spain can take a couple volleys. If you can just push up, you can crush this line, and then the rest will fall in place here. We do see that the UK are starting to get so thin that the French are going to commit a bayonet charge, try punching through, and you can see they're breaking the UK center. Same time, though, Sweden is pushing on this flank here and doing an excellent job of caving in on the flank as their allies pushing here. But Iran has a decisive victory looking over here, looking their way. Iran can continue pushing up here. They are pushing on the flank of this UK. This UK is in danger of being entirely encircled here.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Alright, Lans the Brave moving up to fire his infantry. As you can see, a lot of cav, a lot of infantry just throwing themselves both ways. Let us check over it really fast, because this could change the course of the battle. Here is Denmark fighting against Russia here. Things are kind of calmed down now. There's cav support on both sides. Sweden has taken this LOC, and they are pushing on the flank. This could be a huge game changer. As you can see, the UK have broken against the French attack. In the woods, we do have some infantry left, taking on the Iran infantry. Now, how is this UK doing? So far, they are still holding here. There are still some melee fights. Just a crazy amount of death is hitting over here. Ralph Abercrombie. I don't know. That's an interesting last name. So the UK are still holding it together here, thankfully, though. They do have infantry getting really close with the French. Some Iran infantry is starting to push on their flanks, so this is going to look very bad for them. We do have Cav on this other side, looks like engaging from Russia, using superior numbers to charge with infantry and Cav here. Cuirassiers going against the Life Guard of Denmark, using their general to inspire, and they're going to start turning the whole flank of Denmark. And Denmark better start reforming here. They're going to get surrounded. We do have, looks like, yeah, the coalition has definitely lost in the center, but they have turned the flank with Sweden, and they just have to hold until their ally gets back. It looks like Russia's definitely going to win this engagement. UK now looks like they're going to start falling back here. As France is bloodied, but they are pushing up. No faction is truly out of this fight yet, except for maybe the majority of the 9-point UK. There's not a whole lot of them left. They took the brunt of this fight, but they actually look like they're going to take this LOC from Iran, and Iran's going to have to turn around and deal with them now.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, and Sweden. There's just so much happening here. Sweden went for the artillery, so France is losing all their guns, and now Sweden's going to go for Iran's 4-pounders. These guys probably haven't really been fighting very much, and they are going to not be fighting at all now. Yeah, they're going to take out those guns. They're going to take out this LOC. we do have a allied general who has been killed. You know, it looks like Denmark, honestly, is going to start falling apart. They just can't deal with they don't have the cav that Russia has. Russia has all this cav, and Denmark doesn't. Denmark and France don't have cav superiority, and that is the problem here. They are sending over some of their cuirassiers, but the numbers, guys, the numbers. Now, if these guys can charge in the flank, they can maybe do a devastating. But that's not gonna matter. There's more Kazakis coming up here, and Russia's making a massive push here. They are going to surround and destroy Denmark, and I think they're probably going to surround Iran and France over here. And this Egyptian UK just has to buy time so that they can deal with this and turn around and deal with the 10-point France. They did easily take that LOC with some infantry. And now Iran, bloodied as they are, gonna have to try to reform here. This forest just became a nightmare for them to have to fight, and they probably couldn't see what was happening to save their life, or save their men's life, technically. We got actually a really strong defensive position here with the artillery. Looks like some Dragoons are gonna charge and rout the Swedish 12-pounders. It's very sad, but you know, there could be worse things happening. You're winning the battle. So Sweden and Russia still pushing up here. Russia's done an excellent job. I really thought Russia was going to get surrounded by a French and Denmark faction. Probably in hindsight, what Denmark and France should have done is not attacked right here. They should have gone for Russia first. Let them fight and just be defensive around this LOC. You don't have to push. The problem was, I think, that France pushed when they didn't need to. They pushed when they had the LOC advantage. And that may have cost them. And now Iran and France are going to have to try to push for an LOC if they want to win by LOC victory, because right now they are not winning that way. Or Denmark is getting just surrounded, fighting the Swedes. Old rivalry here. But they're gonna break any second now. The circle just continually going on them. Yeah, so Russia still has the majority of their army. The UK have lost probably the most. Both UKs have lost a lot. Sweden and Russia have done well. And Iran and the 11-point France, yeah, 11-point France have lost the most on the French alliance side. Or no, it's Denmark, sorry, not Iran. So they have LOC advantage now. The French are going to have to attack. And guys, this battle is only halfway over. It's only 30 minutes in to the fight here. I'm sure that the coalition is just going to wait till they're done with Denmark, and then they are going to just start pushing over. In fact, I would start pushing over as it is. Iran does still have some cav here. Probably just hunting for a general or something like that. But props to the France player that sent this replay in, because I don't think they're going to win. And if they do, then amazing comeback. But if not, then props to sending in a replay that you didn't win. So many people send replays only if they win. And sometimes, you know, you can lose, but it can be a good loss. You know, like you barely lost. And those are still a lot of fun to watch, because you're not going to win every single match, you know. And so it looks like these cuirassiers trying to maybe get as many UK infantry as possible, but the UK just keep forming squares. They look like they may have pushed their infantry into the forest here. Kind of switched positions, and now they are going to hold. Look at this too. We have Swedish 6-pounders set up in the place where the French guns once were. That is hilarious. The irony. That's so crazy about these battles, how they can change here. So now, I would assume that Russia and Sweden are all going to shift all their forces over to here. I don't think a lot is happening at the moment here. So I may fast forward just a second. Yeah, let's fast forward. We don't have to skip ahead unless nothing's happening. I think the UK are holding, though, in its tree line. Yeah, they're using the trees, and guys, the tree line actually does help minimize your losses, and I think that was the problem for the French. It just, they took so many losses without really getting that many kills. Look here at where the French were. Look at these losses they suffered while just standing in a line fight. You know, they lost so much in that line fight. And now they have a general who's going to be in the tree line, helping to inspire. They have Iran infantry as well pushing up. Ooh, the Highlanders are still alive. What do you guys know about that? I love the Highland infantry. Oh no, these are not.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Uh oh. So Iran did go for a general, possibly. Let me see where this is at. So they moved on for general. France is not out of this yet, guys. They are still pushing up with the infantry. They're going for the UK. UK have to hold it at some point. They have a solid defense, but actually Iran is making a very coordinated attack with their ally here. So Sweden and the UK need to race or contact. For lack of a better word here. Turn your guns and face these guys. Oh, we have, yeah, we have some Swedish infantry taking on some dragoons here, shooting them close range. France is probably coordinating their fight somewhere else. And they're probably going to lose that cav. I hear a charge here.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, this is that fight. So they're going in for the house. The UK are holding as best they can. We have some, actually guys, the quality, oh, there are the Highlanders. So the Highlanders are the ones holding the house here. Iran's morale will not hold up very well. Now we do have some UK Scots Greys. Oh my goodness. If you know me, you know I love the Scots Greys. They're my favorite cav. And they are coming in behind this Iran infantry. And they're just gonna cave in on Iran.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
And the Russians, like, they're just ensuring LOC victory will be theirs. France over here is running into a lot of problems. And not really breaking the UK like they should. The Scots Greys have definitely routed the army, and I think this is going to be a victory for the coalition. Definitely a victory for the coalition. At this point in time, Russia's coming over here. Iran is basically gone. We do have some cav, now some hussars charging more Iran infantry. Thank goodness those spikes are not going to kill their own men, because that would be terrible. We have more infantry now going in for a bayonet charge here. And I do believe Iran committed their last units, except for, well, what's right here. They did what they could. Oh, actually, is France pushed through?
Our men are running, sir.
It looks like France actually managed to cut through the trees. Yes, they have. So France made a decisive push here and actually forced the UK to fall back to the other side. Now Sweden is going to try to help the UK out here. We do have Russian cav definitely making itself known in this fight here. So the only pocket of resistance, guys, I do believe, besides Denmark over here, is just the French and Iran army over here. And Russia is coming to get them. Gosh, I love the Scots Greys. They're just so cool looking now. There's not a whole lot of them left. Anyway, as I had hoped and predicted, they did fight a lot for this Crossroads. It just did not go as I thought. We do have now the French issuing out, and they're going to take on the Swedish infantry. We do have them getting outnumbered. They're probably going to lose these guys. But it's okay. The Russians just have to show up. At this point, they get a sticker for contributing. I'm not sure what they're doing if they're just rushing a lot more infantry over to this LOC. Ensure they don't lose it. But you can see that actually still Russia is sending cav into the trees to start killing the French. Lons the Brave is fighting the cav himself. Not a lot to say. Lons did get out of there. But now the French are having to turn around and face another flank. My goodness, they're actually being surrounded. Absolutely and totally surrounded. This will look kind of cool here. Oh, bayonet charge looks like it's going in for Russia here, or France, going and trying to break the UK, and they do just that. So this French army does not want to give up here. They're still holding, and Russia's going to probably be the one having to deal with them. But boy, this is coming down to the wire. I mean, if France can manage, this is all they have. I don't think it's enough, sadly. Because the UK still has some infantry closing in, and Russia still has some cav. So it's going to turn out to be... Oh, we have a three-pointer being fought by Iran and Sweden. This is definitely going to be a victory, I think, for the Swedish over here. Maybe not. We'll keep an eye on that. But let's watch this last desperate stand of Spain, France. As he's facing so many ways. Artillery now coming in. Lons is like, horde men. We have reinforcements coming, I think, I hope. But sadly, they are mistaken. Yeah, so Denmark's just going to roll over here, I think. Iran is going to lose their general to another Dragoon charge. And that's going to be the end, I believe, of Iran. I think they lost over here to the Swedish infantry, yeah. So yeah, that was a good battle, guys. Like I said, I think the problem that the French lines had was they committed way too much to this tree line. The flank, French 11-point flank, an excellent flank to push. The problem was, I think their cav and infantry coordination was not, I don't know. I didn't get to see it and study it closely. The UK just had artillery and was able to just use the tree line to use flanking fire. Obviously, both sides lost a lot here. And ultimately, I mean, this French push obviously worked. Just the center for France did not. So if the center had done a decisive push, then this push would have actually worked. Sadly, it did not. Russia is now here. They are going to be shooting these guys from two sides. It's probably going to make them drop really fast. Looks like Lons is fighting some cav here. Scott's great, so he's going to die. He's going to die.
Our men are running, sir.
And this is going to cause mass breakage here. As this battle is going to come to an end, we do have a bayonet charge to finish off this battle. And that's going to be the battle, guys. I do believe that
our men are running, sir.
In which case, I will just skip to the end because... yeah, I'll skip to the end because I think it's just going to be... oh, man. What a pity.
The entire unit is dead, sir.
This Chris here is just getting volleyed. Yeah, so definitely the coalition took the LOCs. They have most of the LOCs, so it's not going to matter too much. And that is about it. I think there's one infantry sitting way over here that they're going to then attack. Probably making sure they don't come back. Denmark is going to die so fast here to the masses of Russia. And their morale is just so terrible. Alright, so guys, I'll just skip to the end stats, and we will see the kill ratios. Like I said, this is a coalition victory, to be sure. So, alright guys, so this one was sent in by, who's 11 point? Is it? I think it was, Walters? I apologize if it was Hector. I know it was one of the French. So thank you for that replay. It was very well played. Like I said, not a lot of people send in their losses when they lose on a replay. So I can definitely respect that. You know, conceding when you know it was a close battle, but you didn't win. Well played on both sides. Like I said, I think we know where things went wrong, but the kills... man, 12, 15 by Russia. Russia just 17. Sweden did very well here. Did very well for themselves. So let's see who got the most kills. So 119 for those Grenadiers, the Swiss Grenadiers. Those guys are really good. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed and you'd like to see more content and to get notifications, you can subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate any support that you guys give me. It's really encouraging, and with having hit a year about a couple weeks ago, it's crazy where this channel's gone. So I do appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining me. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in another video.